everybody, thanks for joining me today. Dr. Ross Marcogiani with Turnpaugh Health and Wellness Center. Today we're going to have another great word of the week. Today's word of the week is going to be natural fertility enhancement. We're going to be diving into what factors that decrease fertility, body systems that are overlooked that influence fertility, tests that we run, and how we enhance our fertility naturally. Let's dive in. So some risk factors here to look at. The big thing that you're going to see here is we're going to be talking about inflammation. That is the main source that's driving infertility here in the form of ROS, which are reactive oxygen species, and also oxidative stress. And then the formation of oxidants, which all again drive inflammation. That's the key point here. So reactive oxygen species, which basically form free radicals and create damage. Think about that, and it just drives inflammation. And there's been research that showed increased reactive oxygen species increases the chances of endometriosis and decreasing low sperm count. Oxidative stress, there's been a lot of research with oxidative stress and its issues with the hydrosalpingeal fluid mediation embryo toxicity. So basically, all this means is that the fallopian tubes are not working as effectively as they should, and then it's creating toxicity to the embryo. Also, we've had, you can have damage to the oocyte. So an oocyte, just think of it as a really mature, immature egg that needs to develop into a fully developed egg, which then could be implanted by a sperm. So just think a really baby, early on in the growth of an egg. Also, it can create, oxidative stress can create embryo fragmentation, so genetic defects, or cause spontaneous miscarriage. We can see here also it creates imbalances between pro-oxidants and antioxidants, can lead to a number of female reproductive diseases as well. So again, trying to control the inflammation, reducing our oxidative stress, reducing our ROS as well. So as you can see here, I just wanted to quickly show this diagram of oxidative stress. I'm not going to go in detail, but I just want you to see that how oxidative stress can influence the oocyte, that really immature egg, causing mitochondrial dysfunction and leading to infertility. That's the big issues that you can see here. And I know you can see something that says metformin, that is a drug, but that just kind of shows you how sugar instability, such as diabetes or hypoglycemic events, can cause increased reactive oxygen species or inflammation. So again, oxidative stress, we want to try to reduce. You can see how that big circle there is the mitochondria that helps with oocyte formation and fertility development. And if that is damaged, meaning the mitochondria is damaged or there's decreased function in the mitochondria, it can cause for infertility. Some other body systems here that you can see that we want to make sure we address when talking about fertility are the adrenal glands, because they do produce sex hormones, our testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, as well as the ovaries if you're a female, the gonads if you're a male. Gut health is super important because this is one of the major factors that can control and regulate our oxidative species and our inflammation. And then we want to make sure we look at the thyroid gland because we know how intimate and bidirectionally influenced between the adrenal glands and the thyroid. So each gland influences one another. So we want to make sure we look at that. And I love this picture because it just ties in the bidirectional connection of the adrenal glands to the thyroid. So testing, I'm not going to go through all this in detail, but I just want you to be aware that testing is really important here in that we're going to make sure we test the thyroid, we test the adrenal glands, we look at the sex hormones, we look at your inflammation markers, we're going to look at your vitamin D levels, we're going to look at other nutrient and mineral status to make sure we are adequate and healthy in all categories. As Dr. Turnpaugh will say, he wants to cast a broad net to make sure we don't miss anything. Also, for males, going and getting a sperm analysis done to see the viability of your sperm, the motility, and just making sure that you're doing what you need on your end. And then also in these tests, we're going to look at urine and blood for some of them, so we can look at the free form and the total form as well. And then how we want to support this naturally. So using things that are going to help reduce oxidative stress: N-acetylcysteine, alpha lipoic acid, taurine, glutathione, selenium, probiotics. These are going to help reduce our inflammation. Also, the NAC, the alpha lipoic acid, those are going to help mitochondrial function. So some other things that we can do for mitochondria are carnitine, acetyl L-carnitine. We can use CoQ10. We can use nicotinamide riboside. These are things that we can use to enhance the mitochondria and decrease our inflammation. You can see here niacin is something that's helpful. This is helpful with reducing ovarian. It showed that it increased the use of niacin, increased ovarian retrieval or egg retrieval, and increased the ability to be fertile as well. Acetyl L-carnitine, as we talked about, enhances mitochondrial function, helps with down-regulating the oxidative stress. Vitamin D is crucial. It is used in every cell of the body, and they did a study that correlated that individuals or females with low vitamin D status were more likely or more apt to have primary infertility. So something to be aware of. Vitamin E, vitamin C, really helpful with what they found in the research of thickening the endometrial lining, or preventing the thinning of the endometrial lining, so that you can have more of a fertile environment to implant that egg. Using DHEA here helps to increase our ability to be fertile and increases fertility. Really good supplement here. And then various uses of peptide therapies to be aware of here. Now, this would be something we need to go in more detail if this is something that you're looking to make sure that you're fertile, or if you're having fertility issues, trying this therapy would be as good as well. There's multiple peptides that we could use, as far as thymosin alpha-1, thymosin beta, melanotan, CJC ipamorelin, delta-inducing sleep peptide, various things, kisspeptin, that would be another one, various peptides that we could try here. And just be aware, this isn't only if you're infertile. For those who are trying to be, to grow their family, doing this ahead of time and being on the ball. And really important here, start with a low inflammatory diet. Nutrition is always the foundation. So making sure we're avoiding gluten, we're avoiding dairy, making sure we're having good, high, rich antioxidant meals with lots of color of the rainbow vegetables, low glycemic fruits such as all of your berries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, clean, nutritious meat that are grass-fed, good, healthy fats, is the foundation to start to reduce that oxidative stress. I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and share this with anyone that can benefit from it. Thank you and have a great day.